Hello, in this video, I'm going to discuss print statements and console log both in Python and JavaScript. And we're also going to cover data types. So stay tuned. Here's where I'm going to start. Print statement in Python. All you have to do is type print hello world. And when we talk about syntax, basically you want the statement and then the parentheses where you have to enter the parameter or whatever input you want to put in. In this specific case, I put hello world. And by the way, the idea I'm using for this tutorial is VS Codes. So if you want to download it, this is one of the best IDEs that are being used right now. So you can download VS Codes and follow the prompts and you will be there. So depending on whatever system you have. All right, back to our course. So hello world, print statement with the argument inside. And if I want to run it, I have to set up the terminal. And under the terminal, I want to look for CMD. I already have that. Let me delete this one. And have a new one. So if I want command prompts, that's what I'm going to be. And since I'm using Windows, I have to navigate to where I am, and my file is under the Python folder. So I'm going to do cd python, and to have the list of files under there, I see one print. This is the file that I want to use, oneprint.py. So if I want to launch these codes, all I have to do is type Python, okay, and the name of the file. And what do I see? Hello world. So this is how you do a print statement in Python. Now, how does that work in JavaScript? From the same terminal, you go to the console log, you create a JavaScript file.js, and then this time it's going to be console log, and then you put hello world, and from there I want to use the bash command. That will go well with JavaScript. So let me clear this first. The bash command. So with the bash command, if I type ls, I'm already under the JavaScript folder, so I just want to launch this file, one console log. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type this time nodes and then the name of the file, and here I am, hello world. All right, so I just covered how to use print statement and console log in Python and JavaScript. Now let's talk about the data type. In Python, and both Python and JavaScript, there are tons of data type, but this time we are just going to focus on the strings, the numbers, and the boolean. So starting with Python. Say for instance, I want to deal with strings. So what I will do is write a print statement, sorry, and I'm gonna have maybe some stars and say this is a string, another set of stars, and at the bottom I'm gonna have print John Doe, and then I can have so let's start with this. Now we want also to have the data type. So John Doe is of type, right? And then I'm gonna go to type John Doe. So what am I doing here? In order to know the type of whatever inputs you have, you have to pass in an argument, and the argument is going to be under this is the type function, and you pass the argument inside to be able to get the type. So type can be anything really, type of 1, type of 2, we're gonna get there, but for now I want to know the type of this string right here or this text. All right, so let's run it. So again, to run it, I'm gonna have to go to the command line, and this time my file is going to be to data type. So Python to data type.py, and here I am. So I printed the John Doe, which is the first statement, and then John Doe is of type str. Str stands for string. So to know the data type of any inputs, you have to use the type statement. But since I passed the text, is recognized by Python as a string. Now, how does it work in JavaScript? Well, in JavaScript, let me just, I mean, the code is going to be different, but I'm just gonna use this right here. But this time it's gonna be console.log. Okay, console.log, and I'm gonna use the same thing here, console.log, and I'm gonna pass in John Doe. Okay, and then I'm gonna do console.log saying John Doe is of type. Now in Python we use what did we use? We use type, but in JavaScript it's gonna be type of. So let's do type of, and then let's pass in John Doe, and once that is there, by the way, in JavaScript, as opposed to Python, you need to have every syntax ending with a semicolon. Okay, so let's save it. Let's go to the bash terminal. Let's navigate onto JavaScript. We're there already, and all I have to do is nodes, and this time to data type JS. All right, I have John Doe, console.log, and then I have also John Doe is of type, and then I pass in the function and the argument inside. It's type string, just like in Python. Now let's discuss numbers in JavaScript. Let's discuss numbers in Python. So how does that work? Well, pretty simple. We want numbers, and this time I'm gonna pass the number 25. Number 25, and here I'm gonna have 25 is of type, and let's see what Python is giving us. So it's gonna be same thing, type function that works for any type of inputs, and here let's find out what it's gonna give us. So I have, let me go to my command line and launch. All right, so you can see that 25 is of class int, which stands for integer. So that's how you can recognize it. Now how does that work in JavaScript? Same concept, but we're gonna do that for numbers. This is a number, and number 25, and 25 is of type, and then you're gonna pass in number 25 here, and from there you want to go to the bash command line and then run it, and there you go. 25 is of type number. In Python you had 25 is of class int, which is also a number. Again, there's different type of data type, but we're focusing for now on this. Now on this one, the string and number. Now what needs to happen is let's talk about Boolean. How about that? Let's talk about Boolean. Now for Boolean, let's have this is a Boolean, and then let's have I want to have, instead of 25, I'm gonna have and I'm in JavaScript, right? So I'm gonna have true. The two type of booleans are true and false. So I'm gonna have true, and then I'm gonna have false. Okay, and then let's just focus on true is of type, and let me pass true inside. Okay, and let's see what happens. So if we go with the bash, what do we get? True is of type boolean. So this is what JavaScript is giving us. What would be the equivalent in Python? Well, still simple. let's copy paste this, and boolean have here. This time you're gonna have to deal with capital numbers, capital letters. So true for Python with capital T, and false with capital F. Okay, so let me just focus on true and find out in Python what would be the the response for that. So back to the command line, we're gonna have to launch Python to data type, and there you go, you have bool, which is the equivalent of boolean in JavaScript. So yeah, we covered the print statements, Python console log in JavaScript, and we also covered the major data type that we'll be dealing with, which are numbers, strings, and boolean, both in Python and JavaScript. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more content in machine learning and AI for those who are interested, and also programming. And I will see you at the next episode. Bye bye.